Hi everyone, I believe we are online, so you can let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I think it is audible. Okay, I think it is audible. So let's get started. Yeah, so this was the question of the day. It says we have to count the number of homogeneous substrings. Quite honestly, it was an easy question. I don't think it's really a medium one. So I think the discussion of it will be, it'll be super fast. I mean, because there is nothing very special about it. So yeah, the question says that we are given a string S. We can see that. And we have to return the number of homogeneous substrings of S. Okay, what is a substring? A substring is string within a string. Now the important thing is when we talk about substring, then the characters have to be contiguous. So it means that if let's say the string is ABCD, then there are so many substrings like ABC is a substring, BC is also a substring, BCD is also a substring, but something like BD is not a substring. Why? Because BD is not contiguous, right? So if I ask you a very simple question that let's say the length of your string is n, can you tell me how many substrings are possible? You can just reply in the chat how many substrings are possible if the length of string is n. So it's very easy to figure out. I can simply say that if I am focusing on the substrings that start from the first character, then how many possibilities are there? This is first possibility, this is second possibility, this is third possibility, and this is the last possibility. So if there are n characters, that means there are n substrings which start from the first character, right? Similarly, if I ask you the question that how many substrings start from the second character, then what will you say? 1, 2, and 3. So basically n minus 1, right? So there are n minus 1 substrings that start from the second character. Similarly, you will be able to find out that there are n minus 2 substrings that start from the third character, and so on and on and on and on. If you talk about how many substrings start from the last character, then there is only one, right? Now this is the sum of first n natural numbers, and the sum of first n natural numbers, as we all know, is nothing but n into n plus 1 divided by 2, correct? So it means this is the total number of substrings that are possible. Now we are interested in homogeneous substrings. Homogeneous substrings, the definition is given here. Homogeneous substring is that in which all the characters are same. AAA, BB, CC, something like that. So all the characters have to be same, right? So we have to simply return how many homogeneous substrings are there, and the question also says that if the answer is very large, you have to return the modulo with 10 power 9 plus 7. Substring is a contiguous sequence of characters within a string. I have already talked about that. Okay, now you can look at this example and you can see that the answer is 13. In fact, they have explained very well over here. So you can figure out that A, if you talk about just A, it is a substring, and yeah, it's homogeneous. Just B or BB or just this B, right? Now I want you to focus your attention at one thing. See, let's say you focus on this string, right? I'm just writing it down here. Can I say only those segments in which characters are same will produce homogeneous substrings? Can I say that? So let's say if I ask you just to focus on this segment, I am extracting it out and writing it here, CCC. Now no matter which substring do you consider from it, all the substrings of this will be homogeneous for sure, right? And how many substrings will be there? There is a formula for that. What is that formula? That formula is n into n plus 1 by 2. So what is n here? The value of n here is 3. The size is 3. So 3 into 3 plus 1, which is 4, divided by 2. How much is this? This happens to be 6. There are 6 substrings of this. You can find it out. I am just going to shade it. This. So you considered 3 of them. 4th, 5th, and 6th. So there are 6 possibilities. So what I can say is that if I can figure out the different homogeneous segments. When I say homogeneous segments, I mean the segments within the string which have same characters. Then my job is done. Because for each such segment, what I can do is I can apply this formula if I know the length of that segment, right? Just imagine after CCC, let's say you had D, 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 D. In that case, you could have said that, hey, the length of this segment is 5. So the number of substrings that would come out from here will be 5 into 6 by 2, which happens to be how much? 15. So the contribution of this segment is going to be 15, right? And now we all understand that there is no use of considering segment like this or a segment like this, because if you consider segments like these, and further if you consider substrings that encompasses multiple characters, then they are useless, because we are just interested in the homogeneous ones. So I think now there is nothing special which is left in the question. Now all that we have to do is we have to start scanning the string from beginning, and what we can do is we can maintain a count. So let's say when we are at this character, it is D, then I can say that there is a variable current, it's a character variable, and it's equal to D. And we can have a count, that count is 1. Now if our character, let's say if our ith character is same as the current, then we will do count plus plus. Now our ith character again is same as current, so again I will do count plus plus. Again it is equal, so again I will do count plus plus. Yet again it is equal, yet again I will do count plus plus. Here it is not equal. So once it is not equal, that means I have just considered I would say streak, and the size of that streak is 5, which is reflected in count. So I can figure out the value of count into count plus 1 by 2, and I can add that to my answer. Once I have done that, now I need to refresh my streak. When I say refresh my streak, it means that now you are going to get a new streak. Let's say A, and after that there was some C. So in order to refresh this streak, what you will do is you will update your current to A, and you will update your count to 1. So this is how we have to proceed our journey. We just need 2 extra variables, current and count, and we can always get a job done. Is this approach making sense to everyone? How many of you are perfectly clear with it? One more thing, if you look at the size of string, it is 10 power 5. So what is the maximum value of your answer? We all know that number of strings at max is going to be n square. N square is going to be 10 power 10. 10 power 10 can be accommodated in a long. So I don't need to apply modular arithmetic here. I can just use a long variable instead of using a simple integer. And then finally I'll take a mod of my answer with it, because the question says that, hey, no matter what, you have to take the mod, right? But we all know that because answer can fit inside long, so in order to skip the nuances of modular arithmetic, I have used long. Now as you can see, I have initialized answer, I have initialized count, and I have initialized my current, because I am starting my journey from here. So I have said that, hey, my current character is S of 0 and count is 1. Now I'll start moving from the next character, which is at index 1. So now I am iterating from index 1 onwards, and now you can see that if our ith character is same as the current character, we are doing count plus plus. Otherwise what we are doing is whatever I spoke. See, whenever your streak breaks, let's say now you got B, in that case you need to add the contribution of previous streak to your answer, and then you need to refresh your streak, right? So this is what we are doing inside this simple for loop. If you are wondering what we are doing here, let me explain. See, for the last streak, let's say this was the last streak, this last streak will never break. Just imagine your current became equal to C over here, okay? And you made your count as 1. Now, will it ever happen that this else block executes? No, because now all the characters afterwards are equal to current. So you will never move into the else part. So for the last streak, the contribution will not be computed inside this else block. So when the loop breaks, you have to consider its contribution and add it to the answer variable, and then finally you can return answer mod, whatever it is. So this is the code that backs the logic. Is it making sense? How many of you are perfectly okay with the approach? So yeah, let's talk about the time complexity. How much time are we spending here? This loop is running for n times. If the size of string is n, it will run for n times. And whatever we are doing inside is constant operation. We are doing few multiplications and additions and divisions. They are all almost constant time operation. So I can say order n is the time complexity. What is the space complexity? Are we using any extra space? Are we using any extra array or hash map or set? The answer is no. We are just using 2 extra variables. So the space complexity is order of 1 and the time complexity is order of n. Is that clear? Yeah. So that's it. That was all about this question. We also have one more event going on. It's a really interesting event. It's around building of payment system. It has just started. Do you guys have the link for joining that event? Those of you who are here, I would want you to join that if you don't have enough development experience, or if you're curious to know how payment systems like Razorpay and all work. Go back, join that event and enjoy that. Thanks to this question, it was an easy one, so we could finish discussion quickly. Now you can go back and participate in that event. Yeah. Okay then, great. So let's meet again tomorrow, hopefully with a better question. You don't have the link. Okay. So how do I share that? I'll share that. Let me share that here. You can. I'm directly sharing the Zoom link that you can use to join it. So you directly need to click that link and you'll be there. So yeah, those of you who are interested, click on this link. I have shared in the message. Can you find it? So just click on this link and then it will open up and then you can enjoy that event. And from my side, that's it for today. Okay, let's meet again tomorrow with a better question. Keep coding, keep enjoying. Bye everyone and good night.